back to Earl Camino. We're gonna go dominate ice drag racing. Woo, buddy! Yeah!
Ah, there she is.
It's beautiful, beautiful machine.
Let's play a game called Things That Seem Better in Theory Than in Real Life. El Camino.
I've actually lived my whole life by that, playing that game.
Wisconsin in January.
Yeah.
Standing on a frozen lake in January. Oh, I won't say this is a bad idea, I'll just say this is an idea. Yes, we are in Illinois, and 7 to 8 hours north of us, directly north, straight up, is a lake in Merrill, Wisconsin, where crazy people drag race their cars with tires that have nails in them. Seriously. And we're all gung-ho to do that. We were gung-ho to do that until we arrived here and realized here in Illinois, it's approximately 32 degrees. There, it's -7.
For those of you unfamiliar with the Earl Camino, it's our 1977 El Camino that Finnegan and I bought from a guy named Tex Earl in episode 69. It has a small block with iron heads, camshaft, carb, intake, and headers, probably makes 350 horsepower, and it's got a turbo 350 with a shift kit in it. We went to North Carolina to a swamp, pulled it out of a barn, spent several days getting this thing back in great running order, then put the largest bottle of nitrous we could find in it in the back and ran it down the drag strip. When I say ran it down the drag strip, what I mean is I exploded the transmission on launch and hosed down an entire 1/8 mile track.
That might be the end of that transmission. We ended up leaving the car with our friend Biggin for almost a year, before deciding to give it a chance at the glory it deserves. Biggin got a head start by making the car a little more streetable before shipping it out so we can take old Earl to Wisconsin and run it at the Merrill Ice Drags. Because if we already failed horribly going down asphalt, why not attempt to do the same thing on ice this time? So this is Midwest Images. This is a custom shop in Illinois. My buddy Mike Cotton owns the place. He builds hot rods and mini trucks. And we are here because he is much closer to the drag racing on ice in Wisconsin than the Earl Camino was. We're making it this time because it's only 7 hours, right? Right. This is gonna go well.
Why did we get it to stop throwing belts or not? No, right?
No, because that happened when it exploded.
Yeah. You know, I went out and bought a car like this after we got home.
Did you?
I was somewhat stoked. Yeah, I bought a 74 Malibu.
Not a lot of men utter that statement.
I know.
I was so excited about the 76 El Camino I blew up that I went out and bought a 74.
I actually have a couple nice cars, and I was like, you know what I need? Something like this. I drove this around, I'm like, here's what I need. I need this at home.
Okay.
It's too tired. Let it charge.
Remarkably, the engine doesn't want to run. I can't understand why. We only overheated it to like 500 degrees and blew the transmission up. So we're gonna put it up on jack stands, ignore the fact that the car doesn't even move or run under its own power, and instead replace our old transmission with our new transmission.
The exhaust is now off. I've got to disconnect the shifter, take the trans bolts out, the cross member and the drive shaft, pull that stuff all out, install our new Gearstar 700 R4 that's way beefier and stronger. We have to shorten the drive shaft that was in here because it's a longer transmission, throw it in, and then we can hit the road so we can go freeze our asses off up in Wisconsin. Pretty close.
Dude, that's awesome. So that's our old blown up Turbo 350. This is a brand new 700 R4 that we got from Gearstar, and this is different. Tail shaft housing is really short. And beyond that, this is a badass transmission. It is full of quality parts from Sonex. Instead of having a 306 first gear, it has a 284. So Earl Camino, gonna leave hard. It has a yank converter, custom built for this application that's billet. Everything in here is brand new. One technician assembles this start to finish, dyno tunes it, crates it, including the fluid, including the dipstick, kick down cable, trans cooler, everything, ships it out to you. And if you ever have an issue, that's who you're gonna talk to on the phone. Love these guys. Remarkably, our transmission is shorter than our old one, and now our drive shaft is too short. This never happens. Usually when you go from a 3-speed to a 4-speed with overdrive, the drive shaft's too long. Not today, not on Roadkill.
We may be able to just find a random one that is the right length. That's what we're hoping for too.
We got time for that, yeah.
Just use the internet, man. So that Barry Grant, we're just concerned that it's worn out. Could be a bunch of corrosion inside of it. This thing doesn't want to run. We've got this fresh Holly set up. This will be better and easier to tune, so that's going on there. I bet once this is all filled with gas, it'll fire right up.
Look at this. This is our new Innovate wideband air-fuel ratio gauge. This is gonna tell us in real time how our engine is running. And ideally, it would be right here front and center so the driver could see it while he or she is wide open throttle. That can't happen because we have a broken water temp gauge sitting there and a faulty oil pressure gauge. So we're probably gonna put this just, you know, right here where it's easy to drill, and you'll have to momentarily look at a glance and not crash. Look at that. Only took 6 hours instead of 24. We're gonna get this in right now, and we're gonna get the car running a day earlier than we thought we were going to. It doesn't have any timing.
What's that?
I like big changes. Go ahead.
What'd you just do?
I gave it some timing. All right.
Maybe put that back. It wasn't too bad before. Nah, not enough timing. It's way off. Which way did you move it?
Well, I had advanced it before, but then we turned it back, so.
Then we turned it back.
As a group, as a team, you told me to, so that's what I did. I did what you said.
I appreciate that.
I'm getting there now, hold on.
Hit it, hit it.
Give me. Don't give it any fuel, it's still on fire.
Try not to. You have the pump off, right? Yeah, it's out.
And this engine was supposed to be rebuilt.
Yeah. Sometime in the mid-90s, just after the Humpty Dance came out. So our El Camino does not want to fire up after sitting for 10 months or so. And one of the problems we're seeing, we yanked one of the plugs out. It's super coked in gas and oil, which means it's going to be really hard to start. It's because it either was running super rich and also may have some oil issues from bad rings or something like that. Not good. This one's fresh, as you can see, no garbage on it. Nice sharp corner on the electrode. This will help it fire right up.
Like a champ. It's beautiful. It just won't race. Not yet. Busy day. Got a drive shaft made, got that installed, put our exhaust system back in, hooked up everything else that goes with the transmission. Tranny cooler, shifter, tranny lines, all that stuff. New carburetor. Ended up changing all the spark plugs because they were all fouled. Just needs a little tuning, tweaking, clean up the mess we made, and we will hit the road tomorrow. I'm hoping we get to Chicago for pizza. It's kind of my goal. Maybe some donuts in the snow because it's supposed to. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Find out if our 3-speed shifter will work our 4-speed trans. Second. Third. Fourth. Yeah. We got 4 gears.
There you go.
We can drive on the highway. A little lean up top, but it sounds good. Well, we're still at Midwest Images here in New Baden, Illinois, and we are itching to leave. So owner Mikey's in there patching our floorboards so we don't freeze to death, while I adjust our ignition timing curve. This thing is unhappy. And the reason it's unhappy is we put a brand new distributor in, was it last summer when we tried to race this thing? And from the factory, they have a very slow ignition advance curve. So I'm gonna adjust that. I'm gonna take the distributor cap off, and I'm gonna replace these two heavy springs with a pair of lightweight ones that will allow these weights to spring out quickly. So instead of having 20 degrees of timing advance at 4,500 RPM, we're gonna have it at about 3,000 RPM, and this thing will be much snappier, much more responsive, and less likely to shoot fireballs into the air like we've had happen already today.
So these are our Mickey Thompson ET Streets. It's basically a groove slick. They're calling for a blizzard in Chicago. These are not gonna work. Went out and got some like light truck, mud and snow tires for the back of this thing that are still pretty tall so we can cruise. They're gonna work and at least hopefully get us there. You know, if the engine doesn't explode. We took it around the block and the Earl Camino overheated immediately. We're like, oh, I wonder if it has coolant in it. Turns out it's full of chunky brown milkshake garbage. So
Why is that, Tony?
likely the head gaskets on this thing are smoked.
Why is that, Tony?
I guess Tex must have sold us a bum motor. I don't know, man.
Dare you throw Howard under the bus like
Several
that?
times at the track last time, the belt came off the water pump, and there was a long return road, and this thing got to like a 280 degrees. So
Did the belt come off when you refused to lift?
listen, that is just a thing you need to accept. I'm never letting off the gas. Period. Easy. It's a finely tuned machine. Hit it.
We got nothing. Did the installation of the carpet break the starter? Dude, the wiring in here is sketchy.
You think?
You see any wire?
I don't see any wires, dude.
There's no wires going to the starter.
I mean, there's one big red one, obviously, but that's it.
That's gonna be reliable.
Fantastic.
Jiggle a bunch of wires and, okay, let's put the hood back.
All right, she's fixed.
We're not going to fix the problem. This is Roadkill. We're just going to ignore it and put the hood on and drive.
Hell yeah, don't turn
Wait
it
for
off.
it to snow before it really screws us. Okay, it won't run with the hood on.
All right, it hates the hood. Copy that. Try now.
Like Fonzie. Let's go on an adventure. Woohoo!
Working on 260 there.
That ain't right. There's no way.
We have gone about a quarter mile.
Wow, it's at 265 already. That can't be right.
It's climbing like straight up, dude.
There's no way.
It's supposed to make a left here. I can smell it.
Wow, we didn't get very far.
I can see the shop from here. All right, so the belt came off immediately.
At 2,000 RPM.
And
That's brilliant. So
it got
that actually
super
was
hot.
280 degrees.
280 degrees.
Yeah.
Not good. Not in the good zone.
This is a recurring problem, but it didn't start occurring until Leadfoot over here
Oh,
didn't lift
here
at
we
the drag
go.
strip.
You know you're supposed to hit the gas when you're racing. Everybody knows that, right?
I feel good about this.
What?
I feel good about this. Go get an extra belt or 10.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
Is your side loud? My side's loud.
This is loud. Hey, running good though. Sounds good. Well, we don't have a volt gauge, so it was news to us that the charging system wasn't working. And we only discovered it after things in the car started malfunctioning, like the tach started reading weird, O2 sensor stopped working, finally the ignition just shut off completely, so We got another battery. We're gonna ratchet strap it to the roll bar and just get off the road. And then we'll figure out a solution for the charging system.
Nothing has charged the car since we left the shop this afternoon. So we got a battery brought to us from the side of the road, threw it in, limped our way to this AutoZone, ran out of gas at one point, filled it back up. Now we're here, crudely reinstalling our wiring solution. And look at that beauty. Look at her.
Good about all of this. With enough insulation.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a fire hazard at all.
Wait, that is the battery. This side. That's not going to the battery. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, we have decided that our old alternator was shot, and the wire that we put in wasn't helping anybody anyway, so we're gonna put a new alternator in it.
Yes. That's sure to fix the problem. When all else fails, replace every available part.
Hold on.
That's troubleshooting, friends.
Also, if you're gonna break down, try to break down in an AutoZone parking lot. That ain't right.
Did I rev it?
Nothing?
That's why it wasn't working.
We got no exciter wire.
So the difference between parts replacers and mechanics is their ability to realize their own tomfoolery and mistakes. We just changed an alternator. And then we discovered the exciter wire going to the old alternator had no voltage going to it, thereby rendering the old alternator useless and the new one. Back to the store to buy more stuff, to replace more things.
I hot wired the igniter right to the positive terminal. Now this thing is charging, and we're gonna hit the road.
What day is it?
It's Thursday,
We're early.
sort of.
Yeah,
It's 6 degrees here in Chicago.
6.
Yeah, we drove 240 miles last night.
Damn right. I believe it's minus 14 where we're headed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hang out in Chicago for a little while, get some deep dish pizza, maybe tune the car a little bit, inside of a shop where it's warm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like men, because that's how men do things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Inside, where it's toasty.
Yeah. Dude, killer day already. And now we are inside of Speed Inc. here in Schaumburg, Illinois, and we're gonna tune this thing. We're gonna make it run as good as we possibly can before we go drive it on a frozen lake. I nailed it. 284.
284 ain't bad, dude. They threw the belt off again for the 9 millionth time, and it's a little bit lean, but like rock steady. So we'll put a couple jet sizes in the main jet, and it should be cool.
It's gonna rip.
But we have to deal. We're gonna change the belt first, and it's gonna come off again. Belt keeps popping off, and it's getting really frustrating because we just don't have good alignment. I either need a fan spacer or I guess I could throw a washer behind the water pump pulley, but really the whole thing is kind of rigged up in there, and it would take some real doing to fix it.
We put 4 main jets in it, dropped the air fuel ratio from 13.5 to 1 down to 13 to 1. Picked up 10 pounds of torque, and it eliminated a bog down low when you first get into the pull. But up top, horsepower didn't really move it much at all, maybe 1. So we're gonna throw 2 degrees of timing in it right now, see if it picks up there, and if it doesn't, we're done tuning it NA, and there's a snowstorm coming, so I think we're gonna hit the road.
But it runs clean, and it's making like 285 horsepower with these giant mud and snow heavy-ass tires in the back.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy with this.
Oh yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds gnarly. If the
doesn't-
belt would stay on, we'd be in business.
Like clockwork.
I think we leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got almost 300 pound-feet of torque at the tires now, and then the belt fell off.
Yep.
And so did the pickup for the RPM trace, so we don't know what the horsepower is.
But I'm assuming it's probably better. We're probably in the neighborhood of 300 horsepower at the tires.
I think we are.
I think we're good.
Let's let it stop smoking, and then, you know,
Put the
maybe
belt
get a
on,
belt that
get outta
fits,
here, yep.
put some coolant in it, and drive.
All right.
Because snow's coming.
Snow is lots. They're calling for like 8 to 14 inches. No big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what I want you to not do is test out our newfound power since we're driving into a blizzard now, okay?
I get it. I get it. So we're driving along through a blizzard like total idiots. There's inches of snow on the ground and inches more falling. Let's call it a snowstorm. We don't have wipers. It's got a spool in it. It's a bad idea.
We also apparently don't have any coolant flow because the temp just kept climbing and climbing, kind of settled around 250 degrees, and then at some point, the heater just stopped blowing hot air out, so.
We know there's no coolant flowing through the heater core, so.
Yeah. On the bright side, the slush is gone. Remember all that sludge?
Yeah.
Totally gone now.
Where is it though?
Well, it's probably at the bottom.
Yeah. I feel medium about it.
Oh, it snowed in the car.
No. Right in the seat. No. Hold on. It's getting there. Just breathe on the throttle a little bit, just a touch. Just a little bit, just a... Turn it on. There you go. Yeah, now hold it. Hold it there.
You're right.
There we go. Finally.
All right, so it's 0 degrees out. It snowed in our car last night.
Yeah.
Ironically, we're overheating and have no heater. Pretty sure either the heads are cracked, the block's cracked, or we lost the head gasket. So we're driving to my buddy Tom's shop to rip this thing apart.
I have seen this gauge say 280 degrees
That's because that's as far as it goes.
like 10 times.
I can't see anything.
You're doing great.
All I'm seeing is.
You're doing great.
I feel good about it.
There's your boy.
All right, here we go. Oh, there's another curve. 24 hours to go till race day. We are at my buddy Tom's shop, and we are going to probably R&R the cylinder heads off of this thing to find and fix our coolant leak. It is raining under this car.
Yeah.
This is something I've never experienced. Yeah, put the car up on the lift, put on your rain
You
gear.
plowed it in here, man. It was like, we just scooped up so much and then brought it right in. Yeah. That's a different valve.
That is a different valve. See how these are the same?
Yeah, these are the same.
Yeah, these are different valves. That's probably why they don't fit. These valves don't even fit in this head.
So with the first inspection of these heads, now that they're off, seeing a couple problems for sure. This intake valve's got a big chunk out of it. That's never good. That could be from detonation or something like that. Definitely some damage or something went through the motor. This exhaust valve, I'm looking at it, I noticed that it's not seated in as far as these other two. And the more I look at it, Finn noticed that it's actually a different valve. You see how thin, how it's shaped, how this little dome inside, this cup is big on this one and small on that one. That's not right. They're not sitting the same. I'm sure they're not at the same installed height. Yeah, I can see from here they're not the same installed height. So that's a problem in and of itself.
Things are not looking too good. When we took that head off, the first two head bolts I pulled out, the middle ones, coolant gushed out and there wasn't any sealant on the threads, and all of those head bolts need thread sealant on them because they're not blind, which means they go right into coolant. So if you don't seal them, they're gonna leak. And that could very well be why we were leaking coolant into the combustion chamber and having it come out the tailpipe. So we're getting heads. Yeah. Sold. A little detour, that's all. These are beautiful.
Yeah, these are way nicer than the whole car.
And it's gonna be lighter, which means faster.
Mm-hmm. So we went down and did a little bit of the splurge at a local speed shop because we have to get right back on the road. And the only thing they had that would work right out of the box for us are a killer set of Dart Pro 1 aluminum cylinder heads. They've got 185cc intake runners, 64cc chambers, it's a little bit more compression. But best part is they're set up for a hydraulic flat tappet cam, which we have. We can bolt them on, and if our push rods are the right length, we can just hit the road.
More importantly, they have accessory bolt holes at the end of the cylinder heads, which is the real reason we bought new heads. It was so that we could bolt our alternator on here and keep the belt from flying off. People, that's the tip here.
Yes.
When your belt falls off, buy new heads. Look at that. Intake's on, rockers are adjusted. This is going way too smoothly, which makes me terrified that we're gonna get right to the end, go to put our headers on, and they're not gonna fit these angle plug cylinder heads.
Hey.
But let's not think about that.
You've got hammers, dude.
We have hammers. This will not go in there because of that header. This and this will solve the problem.
Burning off the protective coating, he says. Doesn't seem right. You sure?
Doesn't look right from where I'm standing.
You sure this is right? Yeah. Okay. I'm sure this is good for me, right? Got it? Oh yeah, it's working.
Now, if it doesn't stay full,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
That's
tools.
it. That's it. I'm walking away from this thing.
I'm gonna throw tools, light a match, and head
I'll
to
be like,
a bar.
Uber, how far is Philadelphia? Do it.
It's flooded. Wait.
Sounds pretty good. Reasonable. Done. It sounds great. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, be good now.
Yay! Let's go.
Cool.
Well, we handled that in record time. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. And we're only 250 miles away from our destination. So I see no reason why we cannot arrive there tomorrow stylishly on time, which is weird for us, and Tony's gonna win lots of races, and first time ever, he will not break the car.
What?
He promised me that.
Sorry, I like to put the pedal down all the way. I'll be drinking beers. I'll watch you race.
Not a bad day's work.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, let's go ice racing.
Pretty good.
We finally made it to Merrill, Wisconsin to meet up with the Merrill Ice Draggers. Since 1965, these crazy racers have been making an 8-mile drag strip on a frozen lake in the middle of winter. It's turned into a huge event with hundreds of people, snowmobiling, drag racing, all kinds of fun. And it's all out on a frozen lake, which is unbelievable and totally unnerving to drive out onto. I think right now you're on a lake.
I think so.
I think you're on a frozen lake right now.
There's no grip.
Forget about the grip. Worry about falling through.
That too. There's a lot of people out here.
Nobody seems concerned about this.
Not at all.
Today is our professional ice racing debut. Earl Camino is ready. Put new cylinder heads on it yesterday. New friends of ours gave us spiked tires today. I see no reason why you cannot win this entire race.
That's right.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, let's put these on,
Yeah.
which they set us up with these gnarly tires. We thought we could like come in a little bit early, throw a couple screws in, some tires we brought, and hit the road, but this is like 10,000 screws.
I think you do a wheelie with these.
Yeah, this is gonna be gnarly.
Cars
I'm
wheelie
really
here?
excited. I just want to feel what this
Cars
does.
wheelie here? Then you better wheelie.
Cars wheelie here?
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, let's put them on. Let's go.
I don't even know what this is like. When you get to the end of the track and you let off the throttle, do you just spin out? I mean, you throw it to neutral and coast? Like, I have no idea how to drag race on ice with spiked tires. So I'm just gonna send it.
All right, we're about to take the first round of the El Camino. Finnegan's driving. They told me to line him up on a fresh patch of ice, which is ridiculous. They say they get deep ruts and they'll throw you all over the place. So I did my best. I think he's all set up. We've got our stud tires on, and we're gonna see how this thing runs. I think it felt pretty strong on the highway, so I'm excited.
Here we go.
Roadkill out of California, lane 2. Lanes are tight.
Come on, baby.
Travis got here. Reaction time 5.22.
Did he win?
Roadkill, right lane takes it.
Woo! We won something! Unbelievable!
0 miles an hour.
Woo!
Got a ET of 9.441 and 72.3
Nice!
miles an hour.
Finn won his first race with a 940. That's almost as fast as we went on the dry. That's unbelievable. The studded tires are awesome. Car's running great. We won something. You won!
I know!
We won something!
I left it in drive and it bogged, so
Yeah, but dudes are like, oh, he killed it. That's perfect. Whatever you did, do it again. Whatever bog you made happen and down to, they're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good for first time. They're like, oh, all right.
well, apparently we're bracket racing because that time slip says 10 seconds and we broke out. Yeah, here we go.
Red lane set. Roadkill, red lane. Andy Jablonski, reaction time, lane 1. 314.
He had one job. Finn got a little pumped. Red light at the line, threw the run in the trash. Car's running strong, so we definitely can get some fast runs today, and then I'll get in the car and I'll go a little faster.
That was racing, not qualifying?
That was racing. There's no qualifying.
Okay.
But your ET was a 9.2, so we've already gone as fast as we've ever gone in this car, period.
That was awesome. Oh my God. Any day you can do something you've never done before, almost crash just trying to stop, and then get a high five for losing, that's the best day at work ever right there. So find some ET in the whole shot or shifting.
All right, nice.
Yeah, so you're good. We're not gonna break out, so the better you drive, the closer we're gonna get.
Awesome. It just went. I was like, yup.
Oh, good traction, huh?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
This tire is insane. This car's so cool. I have fallen in love with Earl again. I have.
Yeah, this thing rips.
This is awesome. Roadkill showed up to something by the seat of their pants and is still racing after round one. This never happens. You got this. All right, yeah. Don't worry about it. Just pick up like half a second.
No problem.
Go. Stay. Right. Treat him! Wow! Tony left like a large kid going after the last cupcake.
I can't believe the grip in this thing. It's hilarious. Oh, I want to do this forever.
Woo! You're gonna love this.
What?
Not only did you tree him and win the race, you broke out.
What?
You're at an 885.
What?
Best pass ever in this car
Woo!
on ice or pavement.
Oh boy!
And to make it better, he broke out worse trying to run you down.
Yeah, he was flying at the end.
So you get to go on another round.
What?
So now what you have to do is tree the next guy.
And not then.
Right at the very end, look over, and if he's not there,
Chill.
dump it.
Okay.
Stuff that in your bra.
Will do.
Wow, roadkill, kicking ass. No fluids on the track that we know of. It's been a good day.
So I ran at 880, which is too fast for this class. But since I basically beat the guy at the light, he has way more car and ran at 8.6, broke out worse than we did, so we win. But I get to go on and race the next guy. Also, this car ran 8 seconds on ice.
On ice.
Unbelievable, dude.
We suck less this time.
Yeah, it's actually awesome.
There's Bob Krieger out of Oconto Falls, lane 1. Roadkill out of California, lane 2, and they are tight.
Come on, go, buddy, go!
In lane 1 broke out. Giving it to Roadkill, lane 2 with an ET of 9.028. Almost perfect.
Woo!
Nice work.
It bogged on me off the line. That's why my reaction time is so slow, but it saved my ass at the end there.
Yeah.
Dog helped you win.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You guys ready then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going right away?
Woo! This is crazy.
All right, now I'm really in a moral dilemma here. This is for the finals.
This is the final.
Roadkill fans, but Eugene in my old car is going against him in the finals. I really don't know who to pick.
Come on, Tony.
Looks like Roadkill, lane 2, red lighted on us. Leaving Eugene Fakes getting out of here with a reaction time of miles an hour.
Damn it!
He stalled the converter up, I saw myself, and just he pushed the front tires right through the beams, the red lighted. Oh, I really want to see a good race there. But that was fun.
I want a rematch.
What? Beautiful. Thanks, man. Nice. I got a trophy. We don't get these on Roadkill.
You realize what we just did, right?
What's that?
Dude, just took a car with a dead transmission 4 days ago, put a trans in it, drove it 250 miles, overheated it, nuclear hot, put a set of cylinder heads on it last night.
Yep.
Drove here, entered a bracket race that we didn't even know existed.
That's true.
And you just got second place.
That's right, yeah.
Dude.
This is the best day
Ever.
ever. Ice racing is awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that we even got here, I'm stoked about, but yeah, this is what a day.
You know, the Earl Camino is not the best looking car we've ever bought, and it's certainly not the fastest thing in the Roadkill fleet. But old Earl has given us something we've never experienced before, and that's speed on frozen water. And for that, we are thankful.
I mean, yes, I got a second place trophy, but I feel like for Roadkill, that's as good as it's gonna get. And we didn't even turn the nitrous on. So who knows what this thing is capable of. Hopefully, we'll get to find out more on a future episode of Roadkill.
Let's wait till it thaws out before we drive Earl again.
Yeah, or it goes south.
It's no heat thing. It's cramping my style.
Support companies that support Roadkill. Buy your speed parts at jegs.com.
Install it or drink beer?
Let's drink beers.
Okay. That's a good first day, guys. Thanks. Nice work. Nice work.